Have you ever wondered if it is really possible to lose 5 kilos in a month in a healthy way, without going hungry, without resorting to crazy diets, and without living with restrictions that only generate guilt? We see so many promises of rapid weight loss that sometimes it is difficult to know what is real and what is just another trap. And the worst part is that many people fall for these promises and end up worse off than they started, with a more tired body, a slower metabolism, and a mind exhausted from so many failed attempts. But what if I told you that yes, it is possible to lose up to 5 kilos in a month as long as it is done strategically, with guidance and above all, with respect for your body? Today I want to talk to you about a method that has been gaining more and more attention in functional and integrative nutrition, the metabolic diet. And before you think that this is just another fad, I can tell you right away that it is not a magic formula, nor a plan that promises miracles. The metabolic diet is an approach that respects how your body works, takes into account your energy levels, your eating history, your routine, and most importantly, your metabolism. Now answer me, how many times have you started a diet thinking, it would work this time, but in the end you ended up back where you started? How many times have you felt like you were doing everything right, but still the weight didn't go away? Or worse, it went away and then came back with a vengeance. This feeling of frustration may have less to do with your willpower and much more to do with the type of diet you're trying to follow. Because if the diet doesn't respect your body, if it doesn't work in favor of your metabolism, it may even make you lose weight. But the rebound effect is almost certain. And before we go into the details of how the metabolic diet works, let me ask you, are you already subscribed to this channel? Because if you're interested in content that talks about health and weight loss responsibly, with foundation and truth, this channel is for you. Click below, subscribe, and activate the bell, because every week there is a new video that may be exactly what you needed to hear to not give up on your process. And of course, if this video makes sense to you, leave a like now. This will really help the channel grow and reach other people who are also in this silent struggle with weight and self-esteem. Now, getting back to it, maybe you are asking yourself, but what exactly is this metabolic diet? And the answer is simple and powerful. It is a dietary strategy based on reactivating your metabolism through the intelligent alternation of nutrients, focusing on natural foods, glycemic, load control, and hormonal balance. It is as if you are teaching your body to use more energy naturally, without having to live in restriction. And do you know what the secret is? The metabolic diet respects the body's phases. There are moments of more energy, there are moments of regulation, and there are moments of recovery. This means that you will not spend the whole month eating the same thing, in the same pattern. This prevents the plateau, that annoying stagnation where the weight simply stops falling despite all the efforts. And maybe now you are thinking, but will this really work for me? I have tried everything. And I understand you, because when we accumulate attempts that did not work, we start to lose faith. But let me tell you something important. Your body is not broken. Your metabolism is not lazy. It is just tired of being mistreated by strategies that do not make sense. And that is why when you start treating your body with intelligence and not violence, it responds. Another essential point of the metabolic diet is that it is not based on obsessively counting calories, but rather on choosing foods that truly nourish you, that stimulate fat burning, that regulate your hormones, and that help your intestines to function better. And all of this influences your weight loss process. Because yes, constipation hinders weight loss. Sleeping poorly hinders weight loss. Eating inflammatory foods all the time can hinder weight loss. And if you don't look at these factors, there's no point in just cutting out bread or rice and thinking that this will solve everything. Now tell me, do you know your body? Do you know how it reacts to certain foods? Do you know if you're sensitive to gluten or lactose, or if your blood sugar levels fluctuate throughout the day? The metabolic diet takes all of this into account. It's adaptable, flexible, and personalized. That's why it works. Because the focus isn't just on losing weight. It's on losing fat, preserving muscle, gaining energy, improving mood, and regulating appetite. It's about transforming your body from the inside out so that the reflection appears on the outside. And look, Losing 5 kilo in a month can be a realistic goal as long as you understand that this isn't a race. It's a transition. It's a construction. It's a process. And each kilo lost in a healthy way is a firm step you take towards a lighter, more functional and more alive body. So, if you're here waiting for the next miracle diet, this video isn't for you. But if you are looking for a way to lose weight, while respecting your body, your routine and your health, then stay with me until the end. Because in the next few minutes, I will show you in practice how this approach can transform the way you eat and the way your body responds. And if this video is already giving you some insight, comment below. I want to lose weight healthily and intelligently. I want to know who is with me on this journey. So let's get straight to the point. How can you apply this metabolic diet to your daily routine without complicating your routine? The first step is to understand that it is divided into phases, and each phase has a specific objective: to accelerate, regulate, and sustain. And this is not just to look pretty, it's because your body responds better when you vary the stimuli, when you work with it and not against it. It's like waking up your metabolism little by little, carefully until it really gets going. In the first phase, which usually lasts 3 to 5 days, the focus is on metabolic activation. Here, you reduce your intake of refined carbohydrates, such as bread, pasta, and sweets, and prioritize foods rich in lean protein, fibrous vegetables, and good sources of fat, such as eggs, fish, avocado, olive oil, and nuts. This is the time to cleanse your system, reduce inflammation, regulate your appetite, and get your body out of that sluggish mode in which it has been functioning. It's amazing how just by doing this, many people start to feel less bloated, lighter, and even more energy. The second phase, called the stabilization phase, lasts about 10 days, and here you begin to strategically reintroduce quality carbohydrates such as brown rice, sweet potatoes, oats, quinoa, fruits with a low glycemic index. This is essential to keep your body functioning, without energy drops and without compromising lean mass. The metabolic diet doesn't want you to live without carbohydrates. It wants you to use the right carbohydrates at the right time. When you learn this, your body will thank you. It will stop storing them and start burning them more efficiently. Then comes phase 3, maintenance, where you start to find your rhythm. Here the focus is on sustaining the results and avoiding the famous yo-yo effect. At this stage, the eating plan is more flexible, closer to what your lifestyle will be. You already know your triggers, you've learned what works, what satisfies you, what gives you energy. And here comes the beauty of it. It's no longer a diet, it's an eating pattern that you learn to respect, adapt, and follow freely. And if you're wondering, but what about the quantities? Do I have to weigh everything? Measure each spoon? Take a deep breath. No, the metabolic diet can be applied flexibly. The focus is more on the quality and combination of foods than on counting calories. Of course, in some cases, it can be useful to track measurements more precisely, especially if you're working with a nutritionist. But in general, the most important thing is to learn how to put together a balanced plate. Half of the plate with vegetables, a quarter with protein, and the other with a clean energy source. Want an example of what a typical day on the metabolic diet might look like? Here we go. For breakfast, scrambled eggs with spinach and a spoonful of avocado, accompanied by an unsweetened tea, quick, nutritious, and that keeps you full for hours. For lunch, grilled chicken breast, green leafy salad with olive oil, grated, carrots and some brown rice with lentils. A complete meal, rich in fiber, protein, and good fat. For an afternoon snack, an apple with a spoonful of natural peanut butter or whole grain yogurt with chia and strawberries. For dinner, an omelette with vegetables or pumpkin soup with shredded chicken. Simple, real, and possible, nothing out of the ordinary. And the best part, you feel like you're feeding yourself, not punishing yourself. You feel nourished, not exhausted. You learn to listen to your body. This is what impresses me the most when I talk to people who use this method. People say, I don't feel hungry all the time anymore. It seems like my body is working again. I'm sleeping better, waking up feeling more energetic. And then before you know it, the weight starts to fall off without any pain. And here's a powerful tip. Prioritize sleep. Yes, sleep regulates your hunger hormones. If you don't sleep well, your body produces more ghrelin, which increases appetite and less leptin, which makes you feel full. In addition, sleepless nights affect your willingness to train, your motivation, and your focus. So if you can do something today to help you lose weight, start by sleeping better. Another important point, hydration. Drink water throughout the day. Many times you think you're hungry, but it's actually thirst. And water helps with digestion, circulation, kidney function, and good bowel function. Set reminders, carry a bottle with you. Create this habit. Your body will thank you. And of course, move around. You don't need to go to the gym every day. But the body was made to move. Walk, climb stairs, stretch. Do whatever is possible within your reality. The combination of good nutrition and movement, even light, completely transforms your ability to burn fat and maintain the weight afterwards. And if you've made it this far, answer me. Do you believe you can lose 5 kilos in a healthy way without torturing yourself? Comment below, yes, I can lose weight in a healthy way. And of course, if you haven't signed up yet, now is the time. Click the button, activate the bell, and share this video with someone who needs to understand that losing weight is not about punishing yourself. It's about taking care of yourself. Because when we learn to take care of our bodies intelligently, the results come, and they come to stay.